a little bit into somatic experiencing today. And somatic experiencing is about regulate our system, no?
Yeah.
Regulate our system. So, because we ended up yesterday a little bit into the hypothalamus, and when we were watching the video, I don't know if you remember that we were at the end. It was stopped at the hypothalamus. So we're going to speak a little bit about that and the parasympathetic and sympathetic. And I'm going to do a demonstration of what I'm talking today. 2 demonstrations actually. I've been asked for another one. And with Douglas Morrison. So the first part is to understand the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. Because if we don't understand when we are a little bit off from stress, remember, we have stress every day in our life, when we drive, when we go to our job, when a friend calls us and, something happened. It's just, so it's really important actually to really constantly regulate the system. So how do I regulate? And especially with the cranials that we're going to be doing, we want to make sure we can read the energy in the body, and we can make sure that we don't get stuck with someone in this area, okay? Which is, the parasympathetic is the energy in the body, neurological, in the nerve system. So a lot of times when we do the sessions, the energy is going to go up, 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 up here. Let's say you remember a trauma or you remember something that happened. So it's going to go up, no? You're going to go, I remember that surgery, or I remember that happened when I was young. Oh, so here is a little bit of a loop. And that is the loop that you guys as facilitator need to always be aware when you go into the loop. You're going to feel that somebody's energy is going to go up. And when it goes into that loop and the person is stuck, guess what happens? If you are not, what you want to do is to discharge that energy, which is with the sympathetic. So the parasympathetic, I'm sorry, I said the wrong way. The sympathetic is the one that goes up, no? And then the parasympathetic is the one that releases and discharges the energy. So what it means is, I'm going to use example a little bit. When you feel that the energy that someone is breathing very hard, like, so the heart rate is going up, and the person is feeling a little bit of fear, and the person is feeling like, or rage, is feeling like, what you want to do is to create a safetyness. You want to create this container.
Yeah, ground floor.
Ground floor.
Container. Yeah.
So how we do that?
Like a blanket.
Anybody remember?
Bringing their mind to the present or something that's not...
The amygdala, using the amygdala, no?
Yeah.
The amygdala, you can change the picture. If somebody remember a car accident, you can make it softer, and you want to go, oh, okay, when you came out, and who was there with you when you got hit or when something happened, you want to bring safetyness. So you don't get into this loop, and then what it's going to be, you get stuck there, and you can't release and discharge that energy.
And re-traumatize.
And re-traumatize. Thank you. That's it. So what we want to do, we want to reconnect the dorsal vagal We want to make sure that that energy is releasing. How do you know when the energy is releasing? A little bit of shake, the breathing calms down, the heart rate goes away. What else? The arousal is leaving. So increase warmth. So the parasympathetic is going to increase warmth, nurturing, and return to safety. So you leave that behind, and then it has released from the body. So guess what? It's not coming back because it's as healed. So that is the one that we really want to make sure we can allow the system to regulate. And if you can start practicing this in your own self, you're going to start really getting really good on it. When you go off and you feel your heart rate, okay, how can I discharge this energy on myself?
How do you activate the amygdala again?
Okay, next, the amygdala. So the amygdala is right here, both sides of a, yeah,
Do you erase the board or you're good?
no, it's okay.
Okay.
So it's on the sides of the, a little bit higher up on our ears, in both sides. The amygdala is the one that is only now present. You can also, a lot of time we put our hands there when something really happened here and here. It's because the solar plexus closed down and then we feel this fight and flight response. So the amygdala no only present, and you can actually trick the amygdala because it doesn't know past, it doesn't know future. So you can tell the way how I work with amygdala is, let's put an example of a surgery. Someone remember traumatic surgery, so I bring the safetyness, I can change the doctors, sometimes I bring, maybe Santa Claus was there, just look at the doctor, if they remember the doctor and it's a threat, you can actually change those images in the brain. Maybe Santa, was with you, an angel, or a garden angel, or your mom was holding your. A lot of times also I bring grandparents, grandmother, grandfather, because we always felt safe with them. So when you change the picture in the amygdala, guess what? The energy will discharge, so the parasympathetic will regulate. And that picture actually, boom, is gone. So the body is not going to stop until find the results of a trauma. It wants to finish it. It needs to complete it. I don't know why, but that's the way how we are. We want to complete it. Ways how to complete it is discharging also through the body, shaking a little bit. Everybody has felt a little shaky. Yeah, when something happens, you feel like, "Ugh," because that's the way how the animals discharge their trauma, no? When the predator is after the prey, what happened to an animal, if they are able to escape from the attack, the animal will shake. So that is the discharge. And
there's also the mucus that discharges it
exactly.
around the crystals, the mucus.
Absolutely, the mucus. With the grief, you mean? Mucus?
Yeah, when the crystals dissolve and the energy starts moving, the first thing that comes is the mucus.
Excellent.
Out of
Absolutely.
the nose, and
Yeah, absolutely.
you can always tell that you're moving when the mucus is coming.
Yeah. So, is everybody understand a little bit the amygdala, or is any question? Because the amygdala also send information It's the information. It's in the information that it holds. It's the computer of our brains. It's really important to understand the amygdala, and I'm telling you why, because if it holds there. It's like the, computer chip that Dr. John Roy said, that it holds there with that image and that information. So that is why it's so important for us to go to our traumas and to work with them and to release them, because you want to be free of whatever, patterns we have and all things. So, and give you the safety net. Complete the amygdala? Any question?
So, but it also is like it stores the record of all our life experiences, the amygdala, right?
Yeah, because it started a little bit even before we are here, but also can you complete that question a little bit?
No, I was asking if it's like a recording device of like
Memories?
memories, like
Yes.
our inventory,
From another lifetime, you mean?
no,
Oh.
just from the current one till up to
Yeah,
the present moment.
yeah.
Is it more of the interpretation of what's happening than?
No, it's the act itself. Okay, let me give you my own example, my own experience with amygdala. I always was scared, fearful when I will go into the ocean, and I didn't know why. I mean, big waves. Okay, there are big waves, but I really felt a little bit of terror when I will go and it's a big wave. I will shake. It like, and I'm like, why? Nothing happened to me. Why I feel this fear? And so we are in a workshop with Peter Levine, and I'm at the table, and two people are working with me, and all of a sudden, I felt like I was drowning. And I felt, when I was in the sensations, in the somatic experiencing that you guys going to do, I felt like a pain in the back of my head, and I'm drowning, and I was like actually coughing, like I was coughing. And so, luckily Peter was there, and he came in, and he said, "Oh, you are drowning, and this is something happened that with yourself." And at that moment, because I saw myself underwater, it wasn't like I imagined it. I saw myself underwater. I can feel the water all over me in the session. And at that moment, I doubt this work. I said, I'm not doing this work anymore. I don't believe it. Someone put this idea on me, on my head. I don't believe, because I don't have no memory of this, me drowning. So I didn't want to go to the next day, the meeting or whatever. And no, I did go, but I doubted. I said, after this, I'm finished. I'm not doing this work. But something inside of me said, call your mom, ask. So I called my mom after 4 days. I said, Mom, did I ever have an experience that I almost drowned or something happened to me? And she said, yes. When you were 4 or 5 years old, we were at your auntie's home, and she was emptying the pool, and you were going down the stairs with your brother, and the pool was half of water, and I believe you slide under, and I catch you. I went to get you, and you were almost drowned. I mean, I have to get you out, and you were. So that's the amygdala. I didn't have no idea. I didn't have the memory. But the amygdala, like you said, recorded that happened. So that's a little bit the amygdala that sometimes give you flashes, and then So then I said, okay, I'll do this work. This is incredible. After that session, I never had fear of the ocean. So that was a complete circle on the amygdala.
That's a great story.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's my own
That's
experience.
very clear. That's
And-
very clear though between the memory and the actual recorded
Exactly,
experience.
exactly.
Very interesting.
Okay.
So the sympathetic is the
The sympathetic is when the energy
is the expansive?
yeah,
The expansive.
the expansion.
Okay.
And the parasympathetic is the one that is discharging. Very simple. Just remember that. When you feel the heart rate, if something is happening, guess what? You are in the sympathetic. And when you just breathe and calm yourself and release that, you can do that. You have that ability, your body has the ability to do it yourself. So again, the hypothalamus is the hypothalamus, because we heard about in the video. It's an hormone. It's the stressful hormone also. Remember, it's two things we have to remember. Hypothalamus is right here. It's the gland that creates this liquid when we are under stress and goes to the pituitary and then where? Who remember what is here? Adrenals, very good. So it's just two things that we have to remember. Very simple to keep ourselves out of the stress. Any question?
That's
I want to
very
make
clear.
it short. Huh?
Is the liquid you're referring to cortisol?
Yeah, thank you. That's the cortisol. Thank you for that. It's the cortisol. So what I do with that, so it's two things. I will actually hold my adrenals if I am stressed. The other day I saw a major car accident. Of course we're going to get. So what I do right away is hold my own adrenals right here. And then you breathe, feel your adrenals.
Is there adrenal points?
No, the adrenals are from here to here.
But they were on the back
Yeah, but they are in the front also.
also.
Like
Yeah.
suspenders?
Yeah, right here. So right here, if you hold this, it's like that. You feel that?
So you mean those are like points that are connected to the adrenals? Right?
On the feet, you remember?
Yeah, but this
On the
this one
feet,
here?
on the middle of the feet.
Yeah.
He was showing it. You saw the video
Yeah.
yesterday? Okay. It's on the, so you remember the adrenals. Okay. You have it in your book. And any other question?
When I don't know why when before I go to before I go to sleep, sometimes I feel like clearing my throat, and I don't have nothing there,
Mm.
and I get nervous, and I get like if I get too stressed out, I'm constantly clearing my throat until I fall asleep, and then I forget about it. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes it's stronger than others. I've been ever since I've been receiving the light, this thing kind of subsided. I mean, I've been sleeping every night, but before that, it was a struggle for me to go to sleep because I was constantly nervous when the time came to go to bed.
Okay, wait a minute. So, that is called activation.
Yeah, but I don't know where it comes from.
Okay, but you have to set, it's an activation in my body. I want you to set that right now.
It's an activation in my body.
Okay, because when you said that, I saw you leaving your body, dissociating right away. You saw your eyes, you went like this. Like, this is not happening to me. So, dissociation. So, is so, yeah, now feel your body right there. Notice, can you point at him? Just feel for a minute, a little bit, your body right now, and just sit and just notice what's happening in your body in this moment.
I do not notice anything.
Exactly. I don't notice
Oh.
anything.
What is that supposed to be?
Just notice that I don't notice anything. I'm not here. I don't notice anything.
I'm not here, I'm here. I mean,
I mean, you said you don't notice anything.
not regarding my fear or my, at night. It's when it's before I
No,
go to
just
sleep.
now in this present, I'm working with your amygdala. We are supporting you all with your amygdala, with your body right now in this moment. Notice your hands together. Feel that feeling in your hands together.
Yes.
Take a breath. Feel the chair. And just notice what you notice inside your body.
I cannot notice anything. Am I supposed to feel something or notice something?
Just ask yourself, what do I feel in my body? Can you say that?
What do I feel in my body? I feel normal.
What is normal? So a little warm in your hands?
No, just like
notice
I've been
your
feeling,
hands.
I mean, all along.
Notice your hand, not what you think, but your hands, that feeling of your hand together.
What about it?
Just feel the warmth. Notice. So tell me, I feel my hands together.
Yes,
Just say that.
I feel my hands together.
What else?
Nothing else.
The breath.
Yeah, I mean, normal.
What else? How
I'm
is
sitting here and
your back? How is
watching
your back
you guys.
feeling? How's your back? Your back connected to this chair?
Yes,
How does it feel?
normal.
Anything else? Just check it inside your body, not outside. Inside. Go inside.
I cannot notice anything out of the ordinary.
It doesn't have to be out of the ordinary right now. Notice your feet kind of in the carpet.
Yeah. I mean,
Notice a happy place inside your body, maybe a happy place, a good place that feels good.
I feel normal.
It feels good? What is the normal?
I mean,
I mean, put it in your words. I feel good,
I
normal.
feel like I've been feeling all along. I mean, ever
You
since.
feel a
I-
happy feeling. That's the feeling.
Yeah, I feel okay. I feel fine.
You feel a happy feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not stressed out or nothing. It just happens when, at night.
No, right now.
Right now, I feel fine.
You feel a happy feeling.
Yeah, if you want to put it that way.
And how does it feel in your body, the happy feeling?
Feels normal.
Feels like a love. You feel like easy. You feel like tender. It feels warm. It feels joy. It feels.
There's a different combination of feelings.
Yeah,
you know?
tell me. Put it into words.
I would have to think about it. I
No,
mean,
don't think about it. That is the problem.
I have to, because
is the
that way I
problem.
can describe to you what I feel. Because if I don't think about it, how can I describe it?
Just by allowing yourself to feel it.
Like I said, I feel normal, which means to me I'm okay.
I'm good. I feel
I'm good. I feel good. I mean,
My breath feels open.
yeah, I feel like I mostly feel most of the time, which is normal. And
In this moment.
in this moment, it only happens. My question was, why do I feel stressed out sometimes when the night approaches and I have to go to sleep and I feel like clearing my throat when I don't have nothing there, and then until I meditate is that I start meditating is that I start kind of.
Does anybody has any question with this? Any insight?
Nothing about emotion or feeling.
Anybody?
Yeah.
I just talked, like a week ago, I talked to a friend acupuncturist, and he said that Chinese people, they actually have a diagnosis for this thing, and if he want to try acupuncture, that might help.
I
Okay.
tried acupuncture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it did not help.
In a
They
way,
have
We
a-
tried many years.
This
This is not about that.
Yeah,
Correct.
obviously.
What, Lisa?
That Luigi's not in his spot.
Exactly.
how do you guys know? I mean, I'm the one that is feeling my body.
I like that. Now you're feeling your body.
It's like,
you're
I mean, you guys
smiling.
are assuming something that I'm
Okay.
feeling.
Inside the body, Luigi, you know the engine of the car?
Yes.
You can see a car, and the car is beautiful, no?
Yeah.
But if doesn't have the engine, it doesn't drive. If the engine is not properly
Yeah,
working,
logically. Yeah.
it doesn't work properly.
Yeah.
So what you need to ask yourself, and maybe you can work with this in the session today, what is it in my body that maybe is a little off? In my engine.
that was-
in my engine.
yeah.
You feel like the outside is really good.
That's what I cannot figure out. Otherwise,
Okay, you and your body, don't try to figure it out. Your body knows. Can't do that.
I mean, I have to figure out why is it that I get nervous sometimes when before I go to sleep.
Yes, Julieta?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you feel nervous first, and then you get this feeling in your throat, or do you get this
Uh,
feeling
It's
in your
just
throat,
it's
and then
just
it
a
triggers
thought that comes up, or an anxiety maybe that I'm every time I feel something in my throat, I feel like
I
clearing it up.
notice your hand
Sometimes
touching there. your
sometimes
throat.
it's nothing. Sometimes it's like it might be just a little bit of saliva. It's
Yeah.
normal for a lot of people, but for me, it's been happening.
Does it happen often, like every night, or?
It happens almost every night, but most of the nights that it doesn't happen, it's like before I used to
Notice that your voice is
Struggle.
shifting a little bit.
struggle, you know.
It's a struggle to clear your throat, or
Not
is it a struggle to calm yourself down?
to calm myself.
Very good, Julieta.
And how do you calm yourself down? What do you
I
do?
meditate
You meditate. How do you do that?
by meditating.
You sit, or do you lay? Do you?
I sit. I sit. I've been practicing meditation for a while. This happened after my father died. I mean, 5 years
After
ago.
my father died. Yeah,
It started
Okay.
happening.
yeah. So right here, we're going to leave it here because we are running out of time. So we got, thank you, Julieta, for that. Perfect. So this happened after my dad died. So it's a symptom. Beautiful. So this is an opportunity to work with this later, okay? Thank you. Thank you for
That's
that.
a good place to start.
Okay,
A great
so we're
place
going to work a little bit on,
Great place to start.
yeah. So you can stop that?